This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado, 2015. I have with me Ronald Shorr, Vermillion Gold, Inc. It's a private company. Ron, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, thank you very much for interviewing me, Shelley. It's good to be with you again.
So let's get right into it. Let's hear about Vermillion.
Vermillion is a private company, as you noticed, and I've been with the company for about 2 years. My predecessor was a spectacularly excellent geologist in Minnesota. Whenever they needed a committee, he was pretty much always appointed the chairman, and he did a great job putting this company together. He did some research in 2002, 2003 to led him to 7 properties that he put in claims on, and in 2006 he formed this company, and in 2009 he did some drilling. It's interesting that the history of gold exploration in Minnesota goes way back to the 49er type, some of which stopped in Minnesota, which right now, by the way, is the 3rd largest mining state in the country. They stopped there, they were looking for gold along the way, and they found a massive iron ore situation, and that's what makes Minnesota the 3rd largest mining state in the country, because there's roughly $5 billion worth of iron ore that comes out of there every year. It's great for us because everywhere we look, there is wonderful infrastructure. We don't even have to go miles. They're all within view. 4-lane highways, railroad tracks, windmills, power lines, water piping. It's all there, and it really makes our life easy. Of course, this whole state, particularly up in this area, is very supportive of mining, and probably about half the houses have signs in their windows saying we support mining, and most all of the stores in the communities that we're in up there also have these signs that say we support mining. We're a little bit north of the Mesabi Iron Range, and we're a little bit south of the border between Minnesota and Ontario. We are in what's called the Abitibi Greenstone Belt, which is second only in terms of historic production since the beginning of time of gold. The Wits is the #1 producer, but in terms of regional activity, there's 200 million ounces of gold that's basically come out of this Abitibi Greenstone Belt.
So let me stop you.
Sure.
Let me get a word in edgewise.
I love to talk about this company.
So let's get focused on the resource in your control, in the company, in Vermillion. Let's see if we could, get a handle on that.
Okay. We've drilled, and it isn't really us, it's us and our predecessors, 43 drill holes. Most of those have gone into an area we call the Virginia Horn. We will be pursuing an effort to do more drilling, either at the end of this 3rd quarter or early in the 4th quarter. We've got a program of 10 drill holes. We have about $500,000 in the bank, and in our last campaign, which my predecessor organized, the drilling in 2009 had 9 holes, one of which came up with 78 grams. So we think this could turn out to be a quite rich deposit. And Shelley, the 3 most important things now in the mining industry for a junior gold exploration company is, do you have cash, do you have high grade, and do you have good infrastructure? And we click the boxes in all that, in all those cases.
What's your background?
My background is a Wall Street mining analyst for the bulk of my career. Firms that have lost out over time. Dean Witter merged with Morgan Stanley. E.F. Hutton merged with Lehman Brothers. And Bear Stearns merged with J.P. Morgan Chase. I left the street in the early 90s, did a lot of consulting, got on a lot of boards of directors. One of those boards asked me to run the company, which was also in the Abitibi Greenstone Belt. It was on the northeastern edge, and right now I'm working the southwestern edge of the Abitibi, so I feel quite comfortable with that. That company, I was able to move from less than 20 cents up to almost $7 during my reign as CEO of that company for about 8 years. And then I looked around for another opportunity after that, and I came up with Vermillion. It was the best of the many offers I received at that time. So I've been 2 years at this, and it looks like we're moving in the right direction. We'll need a lot more drilling to come to what's called a 43101 resource position, but we've got all of the inklings that this might be turn out to be quite a good area for deposits, not just a single deposit, because we have 7 different land packages totaling over 11,000 acres. And any one of those 7, of course, could turn out to be quite big. But one step at a time. We're going to do most of our drilling in the Virginia Horn very soon.
Let's get your website out there, Ron.
Our website is simply the name of our company, vermilliongold.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Shorr, Vermillion Gold, Inc. It's a private company. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado, 2015. Ron,
Thanks a lot.
pleasure to see you. Buddy.
Great to see you again.